Hey everybody, welcome to the Hot Rod Shop for another Walk Around Wednesday. Now this is where we bring you just quick, short videos of progress around some of the projects that we're working on and anything you guys request, which is what we're doing today. We've got our 1989 OBS truck that we've had a few people ask us about. So we're gonna do a quick walk around, show you where we're at on the truck and what we've done to it. So when the owners brought us this truck, it was actually a really nice truck. It was pro-streeted, big block, blown, carbureted. It was a really cool bitchin' truck. I actually tried to talk them into keeping that truck and building a different one, but they wanted this truck and they had an idea in mind of what they wanted. So around that time, Roadster Shop was coming out with their low pro chassis. So we got with those guys, we picked one of those up, and man, what a bitchin' chassis it is. We've got a GM differential, independent rear. We're on air. So this low pro chassis will lay frame without having to cut the stock floor in the truck, which is really awesome, saves a lot of work. We've got our new fuel system. This also has C7 spindles. We've got Big Bear brakes. We've got our tanks. So all we've got to add to this is our management system. It's sitting on 24-inch Budnick wheels, big wide tires. We've got 22-inch Budnick wheels out front. And you can see in our rendering, Eric Brockmeyer did that for us. We designed the truck with him. We've got a full custom front end that's going on the truck. Really cool paint. We've got a really bitchin' interior. And most importantly, almost lays rockers. So as far as the body goes, we've got everything stripped down to metal. We've got a lot of it worked. We've got Kendigit handles. Those look really clean. I like the way those look. We've got a Muncie Speed carbon fiber hood. This thing is so light, it's crazy. Lift it with one finger. Speaking of that, woo! LSX 454, Pro Charge, passenger side mount. And a lot of work that's happened has actually been under the hood. We've got all of our engine panels done. We matched this to the rendering that we designed with Eric. And I really like how that turned out, super clean. And if we go to the interior, you can see not having to cut the stock floor to lay frame is awesome, saved a lot of work. We've got the dash done, so we got rid of that big plastic dash. We built a custom metal dash. Our gauges are about to go in. So it was interesting when we built the dash, we built a lot of them. We were going to put it in the roller and just roll that dash, and we couldn't get quite the roll or the bend we were looking for. So we actually had jack stands, a big tube. We laid a piece of flat sheet metal on the jack stands, laid the tube down on top of the sheet metal, and then we used our car lift and we sat it down on it, and we actually almost used it like a press, and we pressed that tube down over the sheet metal, and that's what we got, which actually turned out really good. We've got the piece made under the column. We're going to have vintage air in here, so we already had a mock-up unit in there. So it's tight, but you'll be able to access it from there, but I also made these side panels removable so you can also get into it from right there if you need to work on it. Our door panels will run out and meet the dash and curve down the door, so that'll be a really nice transition as it runs down through there. So that's a lot of what we got going on with the body. Let's go check out the bed. So what we've had to do with the bed, since we got the big 24-inch wheels in there, we're trying to obviously get it to sit as low as possible. We had to cut the steps on the bedside and actually raise them up. So we're able to keep it below this body line. So once it's painted and body worked, you're not really going to be able to tell what's going on. It might look a little different. You got to stare at it for a minute type of thing, and that's what I like and is really cool. So these have actually had a ton of work done to them, along with the rear of the truck as well. So we did taillight fillers here. We've got all that worked in. So we also did a step shaver kit. Now these were really hard to find. This used to be something you could hop in a magazine or online and just buy it, but they don't make them anymore. So I searched around. I was like, man, it's going to be a lot of work to make all this out of metal. If we could find a kit, you know, it's already fiberglass, makes it a lot easier to work it together, obviously. So I ended up searching around. I actually found a guy that bought one of these back in the late 90s, early 2000s, didn't put it on his truck, put it up in his garage, and we were able to buy it from him. So I bet I've had 100 people probably ask me, where did you get that? So people still want them. Somebody just needs to make them. And then as far as the tailgate goes, we've not touched it yet. It's got about a 1/2 inch of filler in it. So we're going to get another skin, reskin this gate, and then we should have that taken care of. They were filler happy when they did this one. Huge tub's already there, so we don't have to do that. So there you go, just real quick, there's our OBS project. If you've been following along, last week we dropped the 49 Chevy. We've been putting out videos on that one, so make sure to check it out. If you want t-shirts, merch, we've got t-shirts on the website. Go check those out. We'll see you next time.